Greetings, everyone. It is yours truly, the CEO of Sky Legacy Financial Services, your wealth minister here, Alton D. Walden III. My wife, Dana Walden, is the executive director. Thank you so much for tuning in to your financial toolbox session number 4. Your financial toolbox session number 4. Hopefully everybody week is going well. It is hump day in the middle of the week. I'm having a phenomenal day. Hopefully your day is going well. Listen, I don't have bad days. I just had some challenging things that happen throughout my good day. It's all about attitude that influences the mood. Make sure you check us out. Sky Legacy Financial Services. Put the information up for you. But we provide the financial tools that you need in order for you and your family to build a financial shelter. That's right. Getting ready to dive in like right now. For those who do not know, like my brother Jay-Z says, remind me to introduce myself. Allow me to introduce myself. Listen, I am a retired Marine. I served for a total of 20 years, and I fully retired at the age of 39 years old. I am a serial entrepreneur. My wife and I, we are business partners. I'm so happy to have a virtuous woman in my life, a woman who I can build an empire with. I'm so excited about that. And she and I, we are real estate investors. We control multiple online stores together under the umbrella of Al Kebalan Lifestyle. We provide African and urban fashion, accessories, health and beauty products for your needs. Also, my wife is a licensed freight broker. Okay. And I am a licensed life insurance advisor. I am licensed in the state of Tennessee. I'm actually licensed in multiple states. Okay, for me to be able to help you to get a policy that will enable you and your family to leave generational wealth. Listen, I don't sell anything. I present families with the opportunities in order for them to build generational wealth. That's what I do. Okay, the policies that we present to you, such as Index Universal Life and whole life policies, have cash value. Okay, meaning you can build cash in those policies. You can put your money away safely and build cash in those policies. It has living benefits attached to it, meaning that while you are alive, you can benefit from the cash value in your policy. You put your money in a policy, you get a certain percentage, whatever the company is. Other companies are different. And while you are alive, you're able to put your monies away in a safe place to where your money is able to grow exponentially, and you're able to withdraw that money out tax-free. It is an excellent tax shelter. Okay. And also you're able to get a loan against the monies that you have in that. You don't have to pay it back while you're alive. Okay. And the beautiful thing about it is your money stays in your savings account and it keeps growing interest annually. All right. So this is what we do. We present, again, financial opportunities for you and your family. And I'm getting ready to dive in and ask you a question in regards to, have you sat down and have you actually drawn up a financial plan for your tomorrow? Okay. Many of us, we go on vacations. We plan for the vacations. We plan for our date nights. Okay. But unfortunately, some of us fail to plan for our financial future. Okay. Study shows, as it relates to your Social Security, that many people unfortunately don't plan appropriately, and they end up in a financial struggle because they banked on their Social Security. And some people don't pay attention to the fact that once they retire, now their income has been cut. Okay, in some cases in half. Okay, for myself, I'm a retired Marine. We got 50%, depending on what rank you retired at, your percentage is actually higher because you're able to do more years. Okay, and your pension goes up the longer that you stay in. Okay, so with the military, of course, it's different. One of the best retirement plans I've ever seen out there. Okay, but nevertheless, though, some people, their business gives them a 401k, matches them dollar for dollar in some cases, but in other cases, that's not happening anymore. Okay, so it's actually lower now for the 401k or the 403b. All right. And so with that being said, some people end up in a debt deficit. Okay. Some people end up in excessive debt. Okay. There's good debt, meaning manageable debt, where you're able to still do the things that you need to do and that you want to do without financially struggling. Okay. Excessive debt is when you financially struggle, you struggle to take care of your needs, and you can't even do what you want to do in its entirety. Okay. And also, it affects your credit score. So now your credit score goes down, okay, because you're in excessive debt. All right. So now we're talking about, again, like I stated, planning your financial future. So what are you planning in regards to income coming in once you retire? Okay. Do you have any passive income coming in? Real estate. Okay. Do you have an online store, which you're doing drop shipping and you don't have to touch the product? You're able to collect on it. You have enough money coming in to where it can cover your expenses. Do you have a business like that on the side? Okay. What are you doing to compensate for the cash flow loss once you retire from your job? Okay. In fact, for those who are entrepreneurs, okay, what are you doing to secure your financial future to where, okay, you'll have constant cash flow coming in? Because see, if you're not planning for your financial future, if you're not setting up your life to where you have passive income, meaning a currency, which is a steady flow of cash, you're going to find yourself, okay, being a Walmart greeter. Now, I'm not knocking anybody who has a job. What I'm saying is if you don't want to continue to work, you have to put yourself in that position to where you have cash flow actually coming in. Okay. And so this is where, and I've been touching on budgeting here because whenever we discuss finances, there's no way around the budgeting piece. Okay. You have to become a person who manages your resources well. Okay. And what happens is people misappropriate funds. Okay. And what I mean is, okay, not being responsible in how you manage your monies. Okay. This is the reason why people have to borrow money from family members and friends. Okay. Outside of situations beyond their control. Okay. Because I fully understand, family. Let me share this with you very briefly for those who do not know the backdrop of my life. Okay. I come from what we call a so-called hood. Okay. I was born and raised in Rochester, New York. I was born on two of the worst sides of the city. Okay. So I know what poverty looks like. I know what welfare looks like. Okay. I know what it is to go to the corner store to get credit. Okay. I know what that looks like to be on welfare and to struggle. Okay. I experienced that in my childhood growing up. Fortunately, in my adolescent years, I was in the military. Okay. And I had learned how to manage my monies because I had a friend of mine who held me accountable. I was just splurging when I had money. Okay. Because unfortunately, I wasn't used to having money, right? I didn't have any financial structure. I didn't understand budgeting at that time. I was just thinking about like what the young people call it today, YOLO. You only live once, right? So I was just spending my monies in my today like there wasn't any tomorrow. Okay. And I had to keep going to borrow money, doing the same thing that I'm discussing with you. So this is the reason why I'm so passionate about this, because I know that some of us don't have financial structure. Okay. And because I have this type of teaching, it had positioned me for myself to retire at the age of 39 years old. Okay. Now, listen, I seen budgeting to the point where I was able to experience seeing my wife from receiving a paycheck to writing her own checks as being self-employed because of what I'm talking to you about on today. All right. So again, have you sat down and have you looked at your future? Okay. Have you looked at your future about where you wanted to be at once you get a certain age? Okay. And how much cash is going to be required in order for you to live comfortably, for you to not only just cover your needs, okay, but for you to also do the things that you really want to do. Okay. And this is the reason why some people are financially strapped. It's because they don't have the financial discipline. They don't have a financial strategy. Okay. And they don't have a financial plan. Okay. Let me share this with you just to share with you how I was able to retire at the age of 39. It was doing exactly what I'm telling you. I looked into the future when I was in the military. I knew I was going to retire. I gave myself a 3-year out. And what I did was I budgeted my monies. Okay. I had to cut down on certain things. There's this strategy now called minimalism. Okay. Minimizing, what you're doing, what you have far as assets and, just going down to what you really just need. Okay. Right. So I did that. Okay. It was tight, but it was right because it got me right. And it put me in the right position. Okay. For me to be in control of whether or not I want to go get a job or, I'm in charge of my hours that I get up and when I go to sleep. Okay. I'm in charge of when I could go on vacation. Okay. I'm in charge of all those things. Okay. Because financial freedom gives you that power. Okay. You're not under the control of anybody. Listen, I'll never forget when I was in the military, and I was so angry with my leadership. I wanted to just get out of the military. I really did. I was so angry with my leadership. But guess what, family? I could not do that because I wasn't in a financial stable position, okay, in order for me to just walk off of the job. So guess what? Because of that, now a person has control over me. Now, okay, I know I just can't, because then I'm like, okay, well, how am I going to sustain myself? How am I going to be able to make it until I find another job? Okay, I was in that, excuse me, bad of financial shape, okay, to where I couldn't even walk off the job if I wanted to. And that was a situation that I said, my God, that feeling made me feel so helpless. Okay, how many of you out there are in that financial situation? Okay, you don't have to put your, comment out there, me or anything like that. I just want you to really think about it. Is that you? Is that you? Can you walk off right now from your job if you wanted to? If, say for instance, you got laid off, will you have enough cash in the bank account in order to sustain you until you find another job? Now, everybody that's answering no to that question, I want you to think about it. I want you to look at your bank account, take a look at your bank account and look at your transactions and see which direction have your money been going in. Because listen, if you answered no to that question, but you went on a $3,000 cruise, okay, you got a $200, $300, $400 dress that you don't need, okay, if you're constantly eating out all the time, and you said no, that you can't do that, then you have to learn how to prioritize and you need to establish a financial plan to set you up, okay, to be able to be stable in your financial future. Because family, listen, this is what I'm seeing in the community, and I'm not beating anybody up, okay? You have people that become senior citizens and they have to keep asking their child or their children to pay their bills because when they were younger, okay, they squandered what they had. And unfortunately, guess what? What they weren't thinking about hurt them. Now they're at the mercy of the government collecting welfare, okay, and unemployment because of the things that they weren't thinking about. Now, if you know your financial situation and you know what has occurred in your life, I'm not talking to you. Okay. But now, again, this is to get you to really start thinking about your financial future. Where are you going to be at in your financial future? Where are you going to be at if you're 60, 70, or 80 years old? Are you planning to position yourself at that age to have your house paid off, to have your car paid off? Okay, when I was in the military before I retired, what I did was I increased my payments so that when I retired, I wouldn't have a car note. So what I did was I cut back on certain things, activities that I was doing, so I can position myself to do what is necessary. So guess what? I cut out what I wanted to do to position myself to be able to do what I need to do. Listen, I gave 20 years of my life. This is the reason why, for those of you who are on a job, don't let nobody make you feel bad because you are employed. Okay, you're a W-2. It's this big thing going on now. Everybody want to try to beat up people who, work for somebody else. Listen, it blows my mind how people do that, because if people walked off their jobs, those who are self-employed and making all this money, and they have staff, which are employees that they pay a paycheck to, then I don't know how they're going to run their job. But I digress. Okay. But nevertheless, though, you can use the job to position you to be able to be financially stable by you learning how to put aside $20, $30, $40, $50, okay, a month, if you can. You see what I'm saying? And if you can do it like weekly, okay, give yourself, okay, $20 a week. Okay, now I want you to think about it. If you go, like $20 a week, you times that by 4, that's $80. Okay, so then you can take $80 times 12. Okay, so let's do the math on that. Let's do the math on that. $80 times 12. Let's see how much you will have if you just set up something as simple as that to be able to have in your savings. Okay, that'll give you $960 annually if you just save $20 a week. $20 a week will give you almost $1,000 in your account. Now, I know you say, now, brother, how I'm able to do that? I'm strapped. I get it. Listen, family, it's just something, that you want to work towards, because here's what I did. Okay, when I paid my credit cards off, okay, what I did was I set up a plan. I said, okay, here's how I'm going to knock these credit cards out. I budgeted that in. Again, like I told you, I cut back on some things I wanted to do what I needed to do, and that was get out of debt so I could start bringing more cash flow into my household, right? So I can start what? Saving towards my future. Okay? And so that's what I did. I minimized on the things I wanted to do, and I cut back on the things that I wanted. So again, I can have the lifestyle that I desire for me to live. I love the fact that I'm able to get up and do the things what I want to do, go where I want to go, and things of that nature. It's such a good feeling. It's such a breath of fresh air, to know that we're okay. Now, can things get better? Absolutely. You know why? Because I have a certain economical goal that I'm reaching towards, right? So you got to get this financial blueprint, okay, and sit down and strategically plan your life. Because think about it. If you're living a $40,000 lifestyle right now and you retire and you're only going to get half of that, that means that you're going to have to be able to make up for the $20,000 loss that you have. That means that you got to start really looking at, okay, how am I going to be able to sustain this lifestyle I'm living now then? And again, this is what gets people, it catches them off guard, because they're constantly just spending, going. And there's nothing wrong with enjoying your life. I'm not telling you not to enjoy yourself. No, please do. But enjoy yourself responsibly. You know how, you had the drinking commercial, they tell you it's okay to drink, but just drink what? Responsibly. Okay, right? So enjoy your life. Have at it. Knock yourself out. But again, enjoy your life responsibly so when you're older, okay, you will be in a position where you won't have to rely on other people to take care of you to a degree. Okay, to a degree, because unfortunately, sometimes things happen to us, medically that we don't plan for. And sometimes, we have to have at-home care and things of that nature, right? Okay, and this is where the index universal life policy comes in. This is where the whole life policy comes in. Okay, because you get critical care. All right, so should you fall ill because you put money into this policy, now you literally get a monthly stipend from being critically ill. That's where the living benefit comes in at. Now, not only are you going to have your Social Security, your retirement pension, but now you got extra cash flow coming in to where you'll be stable from just your insurance policy. You get a monthly stipend from an index universal life policy and the whole life policy. Okay, and it will help you out, tremendously. Even when emergencies come up, you're able to go in there to pull out cash. Okay, it is to secure your financial future, and not only your financial future, but your present. So if something happens today, okay, you will be able to go access your cash. Okay, and you don't have to, again, pull all your money out. You get a loan against that cash. Your money stays in there, and your money keeps growing. Again, financial future, something that may happen in your tomorrow, and having that savings there will give you that cushion and give you that security to where you don't have to be worried about, okay, if your vehicle break down, how you going to replace the engine, or, if you need new tires on your vehicle, right? Things of this nature. How is that going to work? Also, should you transition sooner than what you think, you have something in place to where you can still leave here in peace, knowing that, hey, my family is going to be okay because I have a death benefit in place, as well as a cash from the cash value in the policy to be able to pass down to my family. All right. Again, this is yours truly, Alton D. Walden III. Thank you so much for tuning in to your financial toolbox on today. Yours truly, Alton. Pardon me on that one. Okay, so I pray you all have a blessed rest of your day. Okay, there's my contact information there. Okay, I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I would love to sit down with you to help you to come up with a financial plan. And also, I want to say I'm not going to drop any names because I didn't receive any permission from you to do so. But I will just say this. I want to say I'm proud of you, for those of you who have contacted me and are planning out your financial future. And I want to say I'm very proud of you. I celebrate the fact that you are the one who has taken, okay, the bull by the horns, if you will, and said generational broke stops here. Listen, family, let's end generational broke. Okay, a good man and woman leaves their children and their spouses, okay, an inheritance. Okay, so we want to ensure that we're not leaving a burden, but we're leaving a blessing. Okay, we don't want to leave our family wondering how they're going to bury us or how expenses are going to be paid. And listen, life insurance is a sure way for you to ensure that your family will have a financial peace of mind. Have a blessed one. Talk to you real soon.